Going back to her spot, she goes into the other room to put something comfortable on. She calls a friend over. You would have thought you stumbled into a threesome too, right? But the friend she called over had something else in mind. Trash to Peace Theater, love, laughter, and larceny. So this one time, I slid down to Wilmington, Delaware to hit up an open mic and work on a few new pieces. The host of the event vaguely knew who I was and he offered me a spotlight opportunity. When he brought me to the stage, he capped up my resume like crazy. He said I was a worldwide touring full-time poet who'd been on Def Poetry and proved you could make a ton of money doing the craft. I got on stage and didn't feel comfortable correcting homie at his own event, especially after he showed me so much love. So I just started to spit poems. After I got off stage, hella people gave me mad love, especially this one brown-skinned baddie who was also performing that night. Initially, she started asking how it was possible to make money being a full-time poet. Then she started flirting like crazy. As the show was ending, bad brown-skinned John asked me if I could walk her to her car.
I can totally do that.
We got to her car and she gave me her number. As she was about to pull off, I asked her where she was from. She is like, I'm from Chester. Now, Chester is a small city about 10-15 minutes outside of Philly. Geographically, it's easy to get to. Realistically, people from Philly don't usually go to Chester. It's a tight-knit city where folks basically know each other and don't bang with outsiders coming through and bagging their Johns. Far be it for me to discriminate against a deliciously hued fellow poet because of where she's from. I called her after waiting the mandatory 48 hours as dictated by the Book of Negalations. She asked me when she could see me. I threw out a couple possible times and she was like, what about tonight? She said she knew a dope soul food spot in Chester and I was like,
that sounds amazing.
From the outside, that joint looked like the Sons of Anarchy clubhouse. Like the customer service was gonna be horrendous. And that's how I knew the food was gonna pop. We sat at the bar and ordered. While we waited for our food, she sat hella close and we had good convo. Joan was soft-spoken and sweet. She kept finding reasons to touch me and I kept finding reasons to let her. Oh, and I was absolutely right. The customer service was as bad as I expected and the food was just as good.
It's simple math.
After we ate, I went to pay, but they didn't accept cards. And they didn't have an ATM. And there was no ATM anywhere close. So I was about to panic, but she touched me and calmed me down. Said she'd pay for the meals. I offered to hit an ATM after we left, but she said she would pay this time and I could pay the next time. Next time? Oh, you trying to see me again? I probably like licked my lips and squinted my eyes when I said that shit. Cause you know, boy, you got somewhere to be? Because I don't want to be finished seeing you now.
Oh my.
We got outside and she was like, let's go back to my place. Follow me. I was feeling like a whole ass John. I just got my dinner paid for it and now she probably felt entitled to some peen. But I mean, who was I to argue?
Just give it to her.
As we was driving, I could see her on the phone talking to her car. Her head was moving around like crazy. Looked like it must have been a serious conversation. And that reminded me that maybe I should have told somebody where I was at. So I called Bruce. This asshole says, since when did you call me to let me know you're about to get laid? Since I'm in Chester? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Call me if you need me, bro. We got to her spot and walked down a side path to get to her first floor rear apartment. It was dark and I was like hella skeptical about walking down this unlit alley, but she was soft and fine and she had just bought me dinner, so my basic ass just went with it.
What's the worst that could happen?
We sat down and watched TV. She asked if I smoked and I told her I didn't anymore, but didn't mind if she did. And she did. She rolled a Dutch and started chiefing hard as hell. She kept trying to get me to smoke, but I kept falling back. Her little sweet, innocent self was smoking like a chimney. She got up and made herself a drink and offered me one. She sat it down and got hella touchy-feely. And as it was about to go down, she said, I'ma go change my clothes. She went to her bedroom and closed the door. I started walking around her living room being nosy looking at pictures. I saw a pic with two young kids, a boy and a girl. Yo, this your little brother and sister? Nah, my kids, she yelled back through the door. They live with my mama though. Oh, okay, word. Is that who you were talking to on the phone when you were in the car? You saw that? Yeah, I was talking to my kids. I kept walking around the room, and as I got closer to the bedroom door, I could hear her on the phone speaking low. Now, normally I don't ear hustle, but something fell off. I put my ear to the door and heard her saying, no, he's here. How close are y'all? No, he's in my living room right now. Hurry up. I immediately knew what the hell was about to go down. I had homies who got set up by Jones in Philly before. Hell, South Philly Jones was famous for getting dudes set up. I grabbed my stuff and darted out the door. I got outside and peeked down the path to make sure nobody was coming up. Then ran like hell to my car. Before I pulled off, I wondered if I was overreacting. She could have been talking about anything, honestly. My trash ass started thinking maybe she was talking about a threesome. Maybe I was just tripping. As I sat there and pondered all the possibilities, two dudes with ski masks on ran past my car and down the alley. My thug-adjacent instincts were correct.
Always follow your intuition.
I peeled out, hit 95 North, and called Bruce. At first, he thought I was trapped in her apartment and he was ready to rally the troops to come rescue my big, naive, goofy ass. But when I told him I was safe in the car, he said, it was always a 50-50 chance that you was gonna get robbed messing with a joint from Chester who just happened to try to give you some ass the first night.
He's not wrong.
I was genuinely confused thinking back to the sweet woman I had just had dinner with. Bruce was like, "You from North. How did you not see that coming?" "Dog, she was super sweet. She paid for dinner and everything." "Yeah, dumbass. She knew she was about to get her money right back."
Damn, I didn't think about that.
Not like I needed it, but further confirmation of the setup was that she never called to say, "Hey, where'd you go?" when she saw I wasn't there anymore. She didn't call me ever again, and I damn sure didn't call her.
Why would you?
I asked some of my friends from Chester if they knew her, and none of them knew anybody by the name she gave me. I even asked my poet friends in Wilmington if they knew her. None of them knew her either. Said that was her first time there and her last.
Like she's a ghost or something.
I'm certain of three things after that night. 1, God totally trolls me. But 2, he protects babies and fuckboys, or baby fuckboys, or however that saying goes. 3, random soul food and sex will get you robbed in the city of Chester. If a baddie offers to pay for your soul food at a place that looks like dysentery as a side order, run. Run fast, run long, don't look back. Thank you for watching Trash the Piece Theater. I hope you got a few laughs from this joint. And if so, please help me out by hitting that subscribe button and dropping a like. It helps way more than you know. If you want to support the channel further, you can join the Patreon, become a member of the channel and receive bonus episodes, leave a super thanks, or just drop $1 or $10 in the Cash App. I'm grateful for any and all of the above.